Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to arrange another box bouquet set. I'm going to do it in two different styles, just kind of see the versatility of this bouquet set and what we can do with it. So I always start with unloading all the flowers and see what's inside, which this one included glue stick. And at first I was confused, then I realized, oh, not all the flowers have the wire glued on the back. So I'm in kind of a love-hate relationship with that idea because I do like to make sure that the wires are secure on the flowers, so might as well glue them myself. Or you can also use these flowers for corsages, and this way you don't have to cut off the wire from the flower. But on the other hand, I do kind of like how box bouquet sets that do come with the wires already in the flowers are ready for you, and it just makes it a lot easier and saves time. So I guess it's, whichever way you want to look at it. Like I said, I'm neither here nor there with the fact that I have to add my own wires. So I was going to glue them as we went, but then I decided to just put the wires in the flowers and then glue them once the wires are in the flowers. So, which I believe I did off camera just to save your viewing time. But it did come with quite a few flowers, some different styles, different textures. I really did like kind of those large mums that they had in there. There's some variegated white to purple, which was very pretty. They have little clusters of hydrangeas and a number of leaves to choose from. So that was nice. And it did give you some extra wires if you happen to lose one or need to use it for something else. So I'm going to start off with my focal colors, which is going to be the white. The purple and green tend to be more of a background color. But as you can see at the lower part of the screen there, that mom that has that little bit of purple in the center, I felt like was really kind of the star. Just because it has that texture and a little bit of color to it. However, I just worked it around with all the other purples in this particular style of bouquet that I'm making. So I'm starting off with just doing traditional, what I love to call roundy moundy, just a little dome-shaped bouquet in a circle. And it is fairly easy to arrange hand-tied like this. Like I said, you just got to kind of pull out your focal flower or focal colors and then just kind of make sure that all the colors are evenly dispersed throughout. And with box bouquets, they make it so easy because they have already pre-selected the flowers and already pre-selected the colors for you, and they do a good job. So the colors marry well together. Just keeping them evenly spread throughout really is the only concern when doing this kind of roundy-moundy, easy hand-tied bouquet. So I do tend to keep the greenery for the collar of the bouquet. So I'm just spreading everything around. Like I said, I'm doing the larger ones first. This bouquet set came with two little tiny mauve-colored roses, which I thought was a nice touch. I don't see that often in bouquet sets, and I've done quite a few. And I did forget to mention that I will put this particular box bouquet set that I got on Amazon. I'll put that link down in the descriptions there. So if you do like this color in this set, feel free to follow that link there. As you can see, one of the flowers that was already wired, its little blossom came off. So sometimes you end up gluing them anyways, but having the wires already in the flowers kind of saves the step. However, I think as far as time-wise, it took me like 6 minutes to wire them and glue them and go through the box and all that. So, it really isn't that much time, but, time is money and, time is precious too. So, and as you can see, I put all of the stems arranged in the same direction for the hand-tied bouquet, and then I tie it off. Now this style I'm going to do more of a freestyle. And for me, the hardest part with the freestyle bouquets is that the stems never stay where I want them to stay. So if you're arranging flowers in a vase with water, you can kind of tape off the top of the vase into a grid and then arrange your flowers, and that helps keep them in place as you arrange and put together the arrangement. So with that in mind, I'm taking some hot glue, and I hot glued a grid on this is an art table, but it has like a Formica top. You could do it on like kind of a marbly table, but just like a smooth surface that you can easily get hot glue off of. So I made that grid, and I'm going to fold it over or roll it over into kind of like a barrel. So it's same concept of taking a little bit of chicken wire and kind of making a little ball with it. And as I arrange the flower arrangement, I'm going to place this little, my little grid there right into the center to help hold the flowers. It does hold the flowers, but it doesn't keep them from spinning. And since these are just round wires on the flowers themselves, it's still spinning in my hand. So I did tape a little bit as I went along to make sure that they didn't spin around in my hand. And as you can see, I'm going to place that little hot glue grid right in the center there, and I'm going to weave it through with one of the flowers, just kind of a background flower, and then I'll work my focal main flowers into it. I just got to get that kind of secure and in place. And as I mentioned, you can just take kind of a little bit of some chicken wire, fold down any pokey sides, and place it in the center, and then arrange that way too if you'd like. This is actually my first time trying it with a hot glue, and I thought it worked pretty well, and it hid really well into the arrangement. And freestyle is so interpretive, so you really can just kind of do whatever you want. Just got to be careful with balancing your colors, especially if they're really strong colors like an extreme dark and an extreme white. Just making sure that it has a nice balance of color throughout. My green, again, is more of like a background color, so I just kind of push them down towards the base, giving it a nice solid foundation. And then I'm going to work my white colored flowers kind of throughout the center and a little bit on the side, just trying to make sure everything balances out nice. A little bit of tape as I go, and then the shape of this arrangement, it's going to be more of a forward-facing bouquet. So as you carry it, it's going to have a flat side towards the back, and by keeping the stems up a little bit higher, you can kind of see some of the movement it gives, but it does give a light, airy kind of garden feel. And being artificial, that movement really means a lot because it brings life into the flowers. So if you have a decent looking stem on an artificial flower, go ahead and set it up a little higher so it has that little jiggle to it, like the wind is kind of blowing through. What's nice about, of course, artificial flowers is that you can bend the stems, so you can give it a interesting shape if the stem isn't already interesting, and adding like a little bit of a bend towards the flower itself makes it look more real, not so pristine and perfect, like it just came off of a machine, but like it grew in nature. Flowers have bends and twists in them, just from reaching around and trying to grab as much sunlight as possible. And I worked the smaller flowers just kind of more towards the back and down below, trying to keep that airy garden feel. I really, really like these little tiny mauve roses. They're super cute, and it gives it a different texture. A lot of box bouquets has the same shape and kind of same sized flowers, so it was nice to have that little bit of touch to it. And then, of course, you always want to cover up your mechanics in the back, even though it's more forward facing, just making sure that that back there is hiding the hot glue cage and any backs of the flowers, so it looks pretty on all sides. Although it is mainly focused for the front. I'm going to go ahead and use my wax flower tape to hold everything together. And then I'll add a little wire to it as well. But this box bouquet came not only with a glue stick, but also with some ribbon. I don't know if you caught that at the beginning, so might as well use the ribbon on my handle here. So I was thinking about just doing a standard kind of shoelace bow on it with long tails. Hey everyone, I've self-published a book called OK Bouquet, and it's available on Amazon. OK Bouquet is a pocket guide for those planning and creating wedding bouquets. There's over 70 bouquets to look at and be inspired by, plus some tips and tricks along the way. And in the back is a personalized guide for planning out flowers for a wedding or special occasion. Check it out on Amazon today. The ribbon is actually wired, so it came all folded up in a little packet, and when I unfolded it, it had a little bit of a crinkle to it, which actually looked kind of nice. So I'm going to start off by wrapping the ribbon around. I apologize for my video skills here. It'll scooch up in a second. There we go. I just wrapped the ribbon around where my wax floral tape was. I just wanted to hide that wire holding them together, and then the wax floral tape, always hiding the mechanics and keeping the secrets, the magical secrets of floral arrangement to ourselves. So I got that tied off. I just did regular tie on around there, and then I'm going to do a shoelace bow. And from the tails, from what I had wrapped around the stem, covering my mechanics, I'm going to secure that bow in place. So just an easy bow, some long tails on it to continue that flow. But that would be a freestyle kind of garden bouquet from a box bouquet. So here's two different arrangements from the same box. Let me know which one you like best. Thank you so much for watching.